Alright, so welcome back everyone. One thing that we want to do today, in today's video, is talk about Puppeteer 101. This is going to be my Puppeteer 101 guide as part of my 101 series for Evil Dead the game. So, Puppeteer, what is he? What are we doing? Why do we care? I already have one Puppeteer build video, and since this is the 101 series, I really want to break this down into a place where new players can really understand it, and someone that's brand new and said, you know what, I like the Puppeteer, I've kind of given him a little once over, and I really want to go ahead and give him a shot as my first game in. That's what we want to have here. So, ignore these three slots here. This is not going to be unlocked when you very first start playing. You're going to have one talent point to spend when you start playing. I personally would probably spend it on Wicked Fast. Some people might not really like that, but the respawn speed of Infernal Orbs would be something really important to stick it on. I'm not going to spend anything on this guy. We're gonna do at least one game where he doesn't have any points or anything spent whatsoever. I am going to have the little extra damage, 15% extra damage through these three tier unlocks. So there's nothing I can do about that, but we're going to have absolutely no talent points spent. I am going to be pitted, I should be pitted against survivors that are my level. So I don't know if that's this player level 43 up here, or if it is this character level 45 and I'm going to be matched against max level people. But that's what we're going to see here in just a little bit. Power Possess, this is the Q ability for Puppeteer. Units you possess have more health, deal more damage, and their attacks increase fear in their targets. One thing that this doesn't really appear to say, even though I know that it does, is it severely reduces the amount of infernal energy required to possess a unit and maintain possession of that unit. That is on a fairly long 90-second cooldown. Different builds for this character. There are three that I know of. One that I use, the second one that I've seen a few people use, but not with any type of consistency in terms of that I'm seeing them. It's more that I'm playing Survivor that I'm seeing that, yeah, this definitely looks like an elite build. And then the third build I have seen one YouTuber use, one streamer use, not too many great success. So the three builds are the basic unit build, the elite unit build, and the possession-based build. Basically, that's these first two rows here is basically the elite section. These next two rows here are the basic unit section, and then the next two rows here are the possession section. And that's sort of how this talent tree breaks down. So if any one of those kind of sound good to you, just kind of pay attention to whatever row that you want to go into. I'm not really going to go massively into it yet. Maybe on the end we'll tack on a, hey, this is my type of build, this is the build that I would do, and this is the way that I would build it. Army. Basic unit, dodge. The most, timeout, go back. The other thing that this doesn't say, if I'm not mistaken, is that it reduces the cooldown of the units that you're in. So whereas dodge would have, I think it's like a 3-second cooldown, I think it goes down even lower than that. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Power Possess reduces the cooldown. Head rush. Unit tears off his head, you left click again and he'll throw it at the thing. I don't really use this ability at all. Self-destruct. Number one ability or on PC, that's what it is. But he will explode himself and damage anything that's around him for fairly heavy damage. He has a light attack and a heavy attack. Speed is his bread and butter, and with little damage and little defense. Deadite Berserkers explode when their health runs out. Quick on their feet and skilled at inducing fear. Their low health is their biggest weakness. I hear people all the time complaining, oh my god, Puppeteer is terrible because their units have really low health. It tells you that. It told you that ahead of time. You would think that you would go, okay, well, how else am I supposed to play this unit? And that's through the dodge ability. I mean, you don't face tank on a Hunter Survivor. You don't face tank on the Puppeteer. Anyway, elite unit. So the elite unit, this is really like the caster of the whole entire demon assembly. So Thunderstruck, and originally I thought it was an AoE immediately around the elite unit. Then I started realizing that it was placing these in different types of locations, and now I'm not 100% sure how this ability necessarily goes. But I guess right here, Demi Elagos marks the ground beneath each nearby survivor. If they don't move, they're hit by a lightning strike. So it just creates an area of bad underneath of them, and if they don't move out of it, then they're hit by a thunderbolt ability. You used to be able to animation cancel this, where you could hit number 1, hit punch, and it would immediately, or hit light attack, and it would immediately zap, so there would be almost no time to respond. The ground underneath thing is pretty obvious. Yeah, you can get a couple hits in on Thunderstruck, but it's not like you're really going to be building this unit around the Thunderstruck ability. What most people do in an elite build is they really go for this duplicity and insane clone posse. Yes, you also are going to grab shock and awe and high voltage, which increases the damage and the radius respectively, or whatever this is, the damage radius, and this is the damage by Thunderstruck. But insane clone posse is going to be another really big one. Health Razor elite and Rocksteady elite, increasing the balance bar, and heavy damage elite are what some of your key talents that you're going to want to look for when building the elite build. The clone ability makes a clone of themselves with identical damage dealing abilities, so still Thunderstruck. You can't clone a clone, but very low health as well, and it is very low health, like 1 Hunter shot, level 1 type headshot, and it's dead basically. They do still melee as well. They do still have pretty good damage, but it's more like they'll go out and they'll take charge of an elite unit, and they'll clone it, and they'll kind of lurk away and maybe come in for a hit, or using the Thunderstruck ability, and then run out and clone, and that's kind of like they're really trying to get the overwhelm of the clones, and it's also sort of built around the trap in-game perk to make traps spawn elites instead of basics. One of the other things to note about the elites here with Elagos is they're resistant to ranged weapon attacks, and their balance bar must be depleted before they're knocked back. So a basic unit can, even without their balance bar being completely reduced, they can be knocked back out of their animation or their attack or something. Not with the elites. I can tell you though that without a dodge ability, once you're locked down in the balance bar stun, you're locked down in the balance bar stun, and there's nothing you're going to do. So that's another reason why I don't too much care for the elites, because at least with a berserker unit, I can actually get out of with the full build. I can actually get out of a balance bar stun combo if I'm quick enough. Boss Elagos. Elagos cannot be knocked back there in passive skills. However, when his balance bar is fully depleted, he will be stunned. Elagos is invisible while moving. Cannot be damaged, just cannot be seen, and you can still kind of see his electrical sparks around him. It's really hard to, I think the reticle lights up red if they've got him in crosshairs, but it's still a pretty hard hit to do, so you can kind of juke and jive around and be alright. Telekinetic Surge, number 1 ability. Elagos uses telekinetic power to immobilize nearby survivors. It's just a big AoE, stun. Casting Stones. So Elagos launches rocks at survivors. It's rather directly in front of you. You don't get a reticle to really go along with this. It can headshot and do extra damage. It's not a very huge ability. I would maybe use it if someone's trying to pick someone else up and I'm not very close to them, and I also don't have 2 other survivors meleeing me in the back of the head or something like that. Pay attention to your situation and, protect your head if hunters are around. Psychic Squeeze. Elagos uses telekinetic Telekinesis to immobilize and damage a survivor. This attack cannot be dodged, although it is kind of hard to land if you're on some jacked up terrain. To break the hold, other survivors must attack Elagos. Now, this almost reads as if it's going to hold indefinitely, but it doesn't. But if survivors do enough damage to you, they can actually break the hold early and have even less damage go out. This is another one of those where your head is completely exposed. Psychic Squeeze I would use as a stop running from me type move in order to guarantee some damage and to just try and grab somebody out that's not quite close to everybody else. Grabbing a hunter is pretty good, as long as you're not getting chomped up by a warrior. I also am going to slightly assume that you've watched the Demon 101 video before watching this, so I'm not going to go into survivors or anything else. Well, I guess I will go ahead, but I will go into now, not at the end of the video maybe, but kind of talk about upgrade paths. So for mine, I would probably go into Wicked Fast first, then I would probably go into Power Surge as the next 4. We still need to spend 2 more points into the skill tree. Now, again, the elites, I don't use. This is my build. We're going to build my build. I don't use elites, so I don't really put anything into the top 2 rows until later on. You can see this gray line back behind in between these, like this big L shape here, in between these abilities. So this one here, Kandarian Fury, means either put points into this one or this one, or both, and you'll unlock, that's your upgrade path to here. If you notice, between 5 and 6 tiers, there is no gray bar, so I actually don't need to spend any points in order to get heavy damage basic, so that's kind of important. At any rate, though, we do need to spend 2 more points before I can go into either this box, or this box. I'm actually going to drop them into Fear Factor. Why? Well, Wicked Fast is a pretty good talent, and I would like to spend the extra point into there, but as you can see, the very first point that I put into here gave me 15% reduction to the respawn speed, and the second point is only going to give me another 5%. So for a point, I'm only going to get 1/3 of the value out of my first point. Now, Fear Factor reduces the required fear level before survivors become visible in demon vision, so when I'm in my demon form, I can see characters closer to me with this. To me, that's a little bit more important for the 10-20% than the extra 5% that I'm going to get out of this. And once you're level 45, Infernal Energy really becomes a much lower concern. Maybe do it in reverse until you get up to a higher level, or you feel that your Infernal Energy is not so much of a concern. But that's my suggestion for 45 at least. So, there you go. Now, moving up, so I would probably go ahead and put, let's see, we're not going to want any, let's see, we're going to want the 2 into here, right off the rip, okay? Once you get up to that level, so what is it going to be? Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so by level 8, maybe it would be level 9 because you start out at level 1, no, 8, you should have this unlocked, okay? Head start, 1 point. I would put 1 point into there, and then let's see, we need to spend 3 more points total in the skill tree in order to unlock the next tier, tier 3. So I would do whatever mixture of this and this that you would want to do. 1, 2, and I'm just going to do that one into there, okay? We are not going to put any more into Head Start. All we've done here into this one is to be able to unlock into Test of Time, which we're going to go ahead and pump points into straight off the rip. That would be my suggested upgrade path because increases the duration of the objective events for survivors while the demon player is inside the objective item's aura. When the survivors start doing the page's objectives, there's going to be a certain amount of time that they need to be in there, and that time, I think it goes up slower if there's only one, and then goes up, then goes up a little bit faster for 2, 3, 4 survivors, however many are in the circle. If they all exit the circle, then it starts going down. This gives you more time to fight in the objective circle. That should be rather self-explanatory at this point. For the next sets of points, so we need to spend 4 more points total in the tree. I would pop 1, 2, 3, and then go back and fill in whatever you didn't from before, okay? So Gates of Hell Basic, this is something that I do like to go ahead and have. It is nice to have that cooldown reduction there for the basic portals, but it's not a mandatory talent in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you could even not put the next 2 points into this talent and put them somewhere else if you wanted to, and probably be just as fine. But it's a pretty good one to spend. The Rocksteady boss, I've never had a problem with my boss getting stunned, so I don't really feel the need to go any more into this. And to go only 1 more point into this, if you look again, we've got that same type of problem where we're only getting 5% more rather than the 15 that we originally got for our point investment. Now, if we did the 3rd point, that'd be really good, because that's 15% more again on from the 2nd point. So take that a little bit with a grain of salt, but again, we shouldn't be face tanking at all on this boss, on these basics, on this elite anything. The other point that we spent, lurking in the shadows, reduces the range at which survivors will be able to detect you. That is not really important at all, and the only thing that we did is to unlock this tier here for possession extension. So what would we do now? Rocksteady Basic, 2, 3. Straight off the bat is the next 3 points, without a doubt. That's going to be a massive quality of life improvement. The other one that I would do straight off the bat, and we need to see, so we're going to spend 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Possession extension reduces the amount of infernal energy required to maintain possession of an evil unit. Big gains. Big gains on this one. Possession extension is huge. All 3 points into there. The other one that we came up here and did 1 point into is Health Razor Basic. Increases the health of basic units. This is how I was talking about before, where you can go through a whole entire balance bar worth of damage. You can get stunned, you can get smacked a few more times, you can watch your balance bar start to fill back up and try and dodge out and get back into the fight. I've done that a few times and actually come out on top, especially when the survivors think they've got an easy one on you. Alright, now we've unlocked tier 5, Relentless Evil. Go ahead and pump full 3 points into there. Reduces the cooldown of your active skill, Q ability, power possession. Huge, huge, huge. Next 3 points we will definitely pump straight into here. So when your possessed evil unit hits a survivor, you gain infernal energy. It's like this talent, but beefed way the heck up. As long as you are making the hits and everything, you can really extend out a possession really well with this ability. How many more do we have to spend here? So 5 more points on the skill tree before we can. So this is when I would go back and pop in 2 more points into there, 2 more points into there. I'm trying to remember how many more. 1 more point there. Gates of Hell Basic, 1 point. Then we go, okay, we've got our basics here. Let's see. So Puppet Master Elite increases the maximum health gained and damage dealt by possessed evil elite units. Nope. Then the next one increases the maximum health and damage gained by possessed basic evil units. Yup. 2, 3. Unlock that one there, and then we'll do the heavy damage basic, 2 there, and then we'll go back and do the 3 here, the Kandarian Fury. So what did we just do? So that one's pretty obvious. When you're power possessed on into them, or even regular possessed into them, it's even more health and damage. Heavy damage basic. So your regular possessed units, and when you possess something, you're going to have even more damage. Kandarian Fury, the longer you spend possessing a unit, the more damage they inflict, up to 3% every second. Now, I've heard some people say that this does have a cap, and I'm inclined to believe that. What that cap is, I'm not 100% sure, but I have had some people say that it's a maximum of so many seconds. It only goes up to then thus so many percent, and if it's only so many seconds, then having the max 3% is probably the best. I think there's probably still more testing that can be done around this, and I think that what's-their-faces also need to go ahead and give us a little bit more insight. Saber need to go ahead and give us some more insight into this ability as the puppet master class. So for the final point, to go back and fill in heavy damage basic that was left over, once we unlock this, that's what I would do with point number 45 at the very end. I would go in that upgrade path. So to this, to this, to this, back to this, in order to upgrade. So that really increases the power of your basics through the roof. Not only that, but you also get a couple other perks along with it, and Kandarian Fury and Puppet Master Invigorating Possession also does work on elites and your boss. Kandarian Fury does work on your boss. I don't think Kandarian Fury works on survivors, and I think actually when you possess a survivor, you already get an Invigorating Possession type anyway. Whenever you deal damage, you get some infernal energy back to help maintain that possession. So that's not a huge deal. These two are some of the biggest ones. So as you can see though, this is not like it's not like a massive increase to overall the demon class with this type of a spec. A lot of this really comes into I mean it is quite a change from playing at level 1, but it's not that massive of a change. It's really not, and we'll get into that. I think one thing that I didn't really talk about here was going to be the Power Surge. Increases the range of the Telekinetic Surge ability. Again, that's the number 1 of your boss, Telekinetic Surge. That's the big AoE. Boom. Stun everybody. Honestly, again, that's another one. Just it's like a talent dump. I mean, I'm going to use that way more than I use Thunderstruck on the elites. And I don't really have elites out. The only time that I really care to have elites out is if they get to an objective, daggers or pages. And just to have that extra body out there to give them something to worry about while I'm trying to munch on them from the side with a boss or a basic or something. So I don't really care to have high voltage or thunder, shock and awe. And we had to have that 3 points somewhere. And again, we couldn't exactly pump it down into here very well. So that's going to be that. We'll go ahead and reset all of our skills, and we are going to save it. Okay. Now I would really like if I don't have any breaks whatsoever in my recording. I do want to go into the tutorial real quick. Why do I want to go into the tutorial? I want to go into the tutorial because in my Demon 101 video, I talked about how all the different demons, the 3 different demons, have a different in-game upgrade tree. This here. Yeah, I like the road. See a little bit better. There we go. So we've got our 11 points to spend, whatever. Infernal energy. So from 260 to 270. So if I spent another point, yeah, that's what it would go to. So there, plus 30 energy, plus 40 energy, and then final is 1.5 infernal energy every second. It's not really all that huge. I don't really find from levels 1 through 10 to really worry too much about putting points into infernal energy. I do put points into infernal energy in level 1 through 10. However, I'm trying to say that you can be a little bit flexible in that if you want to. If you're the type of person that you want to put some points into a trap first, I wouldn't go all the way up to level 3 to turn that into an elite unit on trap. Maybe you want to pump a point into Demon Vision. Again, nobody ever does Demon Vision, to my knowledge, so keep that in mind. Maybe you want to go ahead and pop a point or something into Portal Elite as you're moving up to level 10. I say level 10 because level 10 is where, threat level 10 is where boss is. But at any rate, Infernal Energy, I don't really to worry about it too much. That's that one. Possession. So go from 2% to 5% to 10% to 25% to 40%. As we can kind of see here, one of the key breakpoints is going to be that level 4. At level 4 is when we really bring out the power of this one. And what does possession do? Well, it counts for the boss, it counts for possessed basic, it counts for possessed elite, it counts for possessed survivor. It increases, well, I mean, not the health of survivors, but the damage, possessed unit damage for survivors. But everything else, that's where this comes from. Portal basic does not increase, from what I've understood and what I've seen some folks reporting on. Does not, you don't get the damage and health increase that this provides once you take it over. It like says, okay, well, no, the extras here from this, that's not what we need. Put them back down to the base value, I guess maybe that you started with because you got the collection talents. Base value now, add in the possession damage that this gives. Okay. One of the good things, and that's pretty much all possession. So you do want to max this out, but once you hit level 4, excuse me. Once you hit level 4, you can go ahead and go, hey, maybe I want to spend some points, elsewhere for a second. Maybe we need to get that Portal Elite, but that's a pretty good break point there is going to be level 4. Portal Basic. So yeah, well, it kind of sucks that I don't get, and really the Puppeteer is very much centered around possessing units. All of them are, all 3 demons are. If you don't possess a unit, you're going to lose. That's how I lost my first game for sure, because I don't think I ever possessed anything. But I'm not going to get this plus 5 unit damage and health, by possessing it. What does it matter? Well, the cost reduction and the cooldown reduction are pretty big. In order to consider, and it is nice to have something else beating on them while you're trying to take them out. So you do get 2 units out of Portal Basic, and at max level you do get an additional 3rd unit out of it. So there are different sorts of things to think about here. However, I think one of the key things here to remember is going to be that portal cost and reduction, and then the additional unit. Not so much necessarily the damage and health. Usually on my upgrade path, it's going to be possession first, portal basic second, and then alternating back and forth until I feel necessary, or I think I do get. You do stop at some point where it can't be even anymore, and then I go into either Infernal Energy or Portal Elite, or something at that nature until threat level 10. Again, Portal Elite, this is going to be one where I don't really spend any points in. The only time that I ever really care to spend any points in is just to get that 1 point in it and make it exist. Unlock it on my bar. So that way I can go and go to the objective and have an extra unit there ready to fight. Help keep them busy, so to speak. Boss unit at threat level 10, that's when this one unlocks. Pop the point in there as soon as you can. There's no reason to not have your boss as an option. You pretty much want to level up the boss pretty much whenever you get the ability to, because there are different levels where each one of these different tiers unlocks. There may be a time where you don't want to put points into the boss for whatever reason, but can I not scroll down? Okay. There. Okay, now we can see it since I put a point in. Good. Boss is immune to being stunned at level 5. That's going to be the big thing. Also, the 60% portal cooldown reduction is pretty huge as well. However, I will also say that that when you're spending points into these trees here, when you pump points into the boss, let's say like you have, the boss is on cooldown, once you pump these points into here, it doesn't necessarily take effect as well. So if he's on like a 120 second cooldown or something like that, and I pump another point into here, it's not going to actively reduce that cooldown to like what it should be or something like that. It's gonna keep it. So you have to summon the boss out in order basically for that next point to take effect. But the only thing really too much here is going to be that that boss is immune to being stunned. That's one of the big key takeaways here. Demon Vision. Demon Vision, again, nobody really spends very many points into, but you can see here, reduced fear to be able to detect, and then noise detection time from 2 to 5 seconds, and then plus another 8 seconds on noise. That's if you make them hear a noise. If they're making loud noises, if they shoot their gun, you can see them on the map for longer. It's not a huge deal. Traps, last one. So plus 20% trap fear for the very first level. Level 2 is going to take that up to 40% trap fear. Level 3, 60% more fear from the trap, and it also will change from being a basic unit that spawned to an elite unit that spawned. So again, this here, I mean, I don't even like putting a point into the final point in traps to make the elite come out. I'll do 2 points into here, fill out Demon Vision, and then hold on to my final point as I hit max level in game, if I do. Yeah, so Possession, Portal Basic, Possession, Portal Basic, Possession, Portal Basic, and just keep going until I can't. Then Infernal Energy or Portal Elite, then back to it again, and then Boss wherever in there, and then back to it again, and then Boss, Infernal, Boss, Infernal, Boss, Infernal, mix in Portal where I might see fit. As they fill up Elite, fill up Demon Vision, fill up Traps. That's sort of my build order, and we'll exit match. Okay, so we're going to drop in this quick edit here. What I wanted to go over was just some of the different combinations that I use while I'm also using the Puppeteer. I wanted to include it at the end of the tutorial section, so that's where this will be done. So one thing is that survivors like to run away, hold W, and press dodge. When their back's to you, they can't really see you. There is a slight indicator that there is something behind them that they don't really know when to dodge, and they can't look behind them. Like this, when they're running, there's no, see, like if you turn your camera, you're gonna go that way. Unlike in Dead by Daylight where I think you can rotate your camera. So it's just gonna be a quick sprint and hit. That's the regular one. You gotta wait for that startup animation. As soon as you see that run, then you can hit. And it's really good for catching those, oops, that wasn't a run. Catching those survivors that are trying to run away. So see like this one running here. There we go. Why wasn't he running before? There. Another good combo that you'll probably see in the actual clip that I do, that I did, where I'm playing with no talents or anything, is going to be the heavy attack. And so that's going to be a 2 swing. On this, it's going to be heavy attack, unless it counted that last one. Nope, and then one more. There's always 2 swings. Once you do your third heavy attack, then you're going to get that thing that they do. There's a really quick attack for light attack. After you do, I think it's 3 or 4 of those. How many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you get that cooldown again. There is online what I had found out by watching another YouTuber earlier today, that there is a 19 hit combo that you could do. I don't know how long that it will be there or what it would even really be used for, unless you've got somebody stuck in a corner and just want to unleash 19 hits on them. It's light, heavy, light. Oops. Of course. Ran out. That's all right. There. Okay. Him. Okay, so light, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, heavy. Nope, that wasn't it. Sorry, maybe it was light, 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 heavy, light, heavy, light, light, heavy, heavy, light, heavy, 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 and that'll close it out. So that's a pretty long combo without getting that cooldown, whatever, deal. I also don't know if I went over completely the elite mob. Go ahead and take control of them. You've got one, so just so we can actually kind of see there, that delay, and then there will be that bad zone that's underneath the survivors, and then the clone split between the two. So now they won't really know. It's all right. They won't really know which one is the clone when the AI does that move. If you're controlling the demon, the elite unit, then they'll still be able to persistently see that red aura that's around the clone, or I'm sorry, around the original mob. And then Elagos, we have the big, so you can see here he goes invisible. We have the big Telekinetic Surge, that was number 1. Once it actually hits, it's a pretty big area around him. Goes in a nice 360. That'd be the grab, and then the casting stones. Launches the stones forward. The range on it, I'm not 100% sure exactly how to aim it. I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of a really a hit or miss, and I don't know if you really want to aim it up a little bit more to kind of get that hit. Let's try one more. There. You can kind of see them come out. I haven't had fantastic success with it, but it's a nice mid-range tool. At any rate, that's going to be my quick edit, and to talk about the combos for the Puppeteer. The Elite doesn't have any special combos. It's a lot like the basic. It's just got lights and heavies. I'm not aware of any additional. You can see that was a pretty long cooldown from spamming. There. Their warm-up animation is not as good for running. Their speed is not as good for running, for catching survivors. And I think that was the end. Yeah, they can't spam anymore necessarily. I mean, not like you want to spam anyway, but yeah. So yeah, you can kind of see that it took a minute to try and run, and then they're not. I don't think they're quite as fast. You can catch a survivor, but they're not as fast as the basics. But there you go. And now we're going to go into the one game. Hopefully all we need is one game. To be able to show everyone. And this is well, it's not quite prime time. I mean, Pacific Standard's probably still prime time right now on a Saturday night. It's 11 p.m. Eastern, so it's what, 8 o'clock Pacific, so pick him. Oh, yeah, they're already ready to go. We got 3 Xbox players and a PlayStation player. Let's see how this goes. When you're very first starting out, kind of be prepared to lose. And that's a good thing, because you're not going to learn anything from winning all the time. I think that's what happened to a lot of people at the beginning of this game's life, was that demons were winning left, right, and center and didn't really learn. I lost. They was like, oh, win as demon. I played the necromancer, and I won my first 10 games, and I haven't lost yet, and I decided to switch over to Warlord and try that out, and I ain't lost yet, and blah, 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 blah. I lost like my first 5 games as Puppeteer. It was great. Alright, here we go.
I am the whispered
we're on the big map. Okay. If you're watching my Demon 101, we got there. Okay, we're going straight to dead end. We're on that map. We got El Brujo's hut right here. We got more energy. Nope, that's not
Several
energy.
pieces of a map lie hidden nearby.
Brujo.
They contain the secret of our banishment
I
from
hear
this
it.
world. The humans must
Always
not
do mini
find
ashes. They steal loot. Stealing loot from the survivors, colas, ammo, amulets, anything like that they'll steal away. They don't steal items away from the chest, which I originally thought that they did. They don't do that. They steal items away from the actual survivor that they attach to when they open up the chest. That's highly beneficial. Highly beneficial. in the grand scheme of it. Ash's hand does damage. They both do fear, and so they'll both do a little bit of fear. Grab that real quick, sorry, give me just a second. Both do fear. Ash's hand does a little bit of damage, but I don't really find that damage is comparable in any real way. Go ahead and pop that point to possession. To really kind of be meaningful, they're not here in dead end. That's unfortunate. That's highly unfortunate. Okay, so they've already had a while to move around without me messing with them. Oh, that's what I wanted right there. So yeah, purple chest. Where did we end up starting at? I forget. We came through old Brujo's hut. Let's go up here to like Harry's houses. Take a look. Portal basic. I'm kind of going the wrong way. After we go to Harry's houses, we'll go. Oh, okay, there we go. Found one, two. Nope, Hot Donna. Oh, is this the Cheryl? It's closed, okay, and she's following and two other guys. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of roll her here a little bit. There. Power possess. Now let's give her a few smacks. We don't even really need to try and dodge out of her. She was just stuck in here.
You have allowed them to locate a cage. You have an army at your disposal.
You can see our power possession is keeping us up. He's coming this way. Is it just the one? See his yellow outline? It is just the one. There. Do a little dodge. Smack. Dodge. Swing again. Miss me. Smack. Okay. Got a couple hits on me. We're still doing just fine. Okay, he did too many hits to that. It blew up. Okay, he's got possession, do infernal energy, and then portal basic again. Take Scotty. Go ahead and smack. Is this Lash? It is. It's Lash there. Now he's going to be down, and we're going to dash into Lash here. Dash into Lash. Possession. And we'll take portal basic actually. Good. Good stuff. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run around and pick up some infernal energy. And we know that they're going to try and go to an altar. Lickety split. Yep. Lickety split. And we don't care. We don't care that much anyway. There. It is unfortunate that they are going to get this res off. There. There. Boom. There. Now they're going to want to try and do something here, right? They're going to maybe want to try and come into here. Nope. What are you going to do? You're going to go that way. Got a level. We're going to take boss. Okay. There. And there.
Actually quite nice.
And there. And there. And there. Grab him out. Go ahead and smack her a couple times. Okay. They stunned me. Now they want to come in and melee. That's fine. You going that way? We got a little trap there for you. Yep. Okay. Let's grab some energy. There. So what did she do? Did she use her ability? I think she did. I definitely don't want them to spot this and come up here and get it. At least for free. I'm going to go ahead and take the last point in the portal basic to get that extra spawning out. They're taking off and running this way. And they're going to leave Warrior Ash behind. I think he's going to try and catch up with me here. Who is he the... No, he's not the odd man out in terms of the system. There. Do a couple of smacks here. There. As you can see, when you get like a couple of them on you, then it gets a little bit tough. And then we'll blow that up. And then we will, but that's alright, because once they get a couple on them, it's the same deal. So, we'll just dodge around with this girl. There. Not bad. Take the boss.
Our enemies have obtained another piece of the map.
So where they at? 2. So we're really managing their resources fairly well. I don't know what Wash has been able to get himself here. Okay, you think it's safe through here? Let's see about that. We'll drop some things here. We're really having a little bit of a problem with the old infernal energy. That's always an issue. There we go. We've got a couple traps laid around, and they've got 3 pages. I'm sorry, 2 pages of the 3. And let's not forget that we are level 1. So, we're not even. Well, I mean, okay, power possession is leveled up, but we don't have any talent points spent, so this should be roughly the same as what you new players are going to have to deal with. I'm getting some very awkward lag spikes there. Okay. So where are they now? Okay, they're in there. This way, this way, this way. Alright, what do you want? Oh, you're gonna do that. Okay. Let's pop you there. Pop you there. There. Let's do more possession. Always possession.
Dash incoming.
At least with this demon. They're getting some time to loot up here. I don't know if I too much care for that. They are missing some things though, like that chest that I just trapped. We're going out this way. Oh, we've got a... Uh-oh. There we go. Who we got? There we are. There. Bring out the boss. Cheryl's back here on her own. There. Oh, Scotty's coming. Missed him. See what I mean? Like when you're on odd terrain, it really doesn't grab right. Two hits. That's all we want is 2 hits right now. We're gonna do a big old AoE. Heavy attack is AoE on this guy. And again. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Big stun. Big stun. They're really trying. And he's got the res. It's alright, we knocked her down again. Go after Scotty. Go again. There we go, got him down. Let's grab Ash, because he's going for the res. Okay, there we go. Boss. Infernal energy this time. Okay, Portal Elite. We'll go ahead and grab a Portal Elite. There. We really need this juice, this energy. It's not showing up very nice for us. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, now what we're going to do, see this guy here running after him at the end? We're going to run back over here and we're going to power possess. And we're going to go ahead and smack, smack, smack. Okay, you're not going to try and finish it up, huh? Oh, you're going to hide behind the wrong guy. There we go. There's one down. This will almost be another one down here in just a second. There we go. Nope, almost. Pow. and zap, and zap, and possess. Okay. Where'd that lash go? There he is. There. Got him. Boss is max, possession max. I'm gonna go ahead and pump into infernal energy. No, you don't. We'll just run you away. It's quite alright. Oh, somebody's dead. We'll do infernal energy as the last point. That one, like I said, you kind of mix it up a little bit. And I really want that because that's going to be 1.5 more energy per second. And since I was already kind of like right there on it, I like it. I want it. There. Let's go get energy, 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 energy. And see how we're just keeping this up. We're keeping up the pressure with the units. We're trying to get some good dodges in. It hasn't quite worked out that we've needed to dodge a whole lot, or even that we could dodge a whole lot. Okay, so she's back. We've got 65 seconds left on the, there. She's just going to stand around, and I'm coming for you, baby. I'm coming for you. Smack. 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 Smack, smack. And then another smack, smack. How about just smack, smack there? There we go. She's down. There. Scotty's coming. And then there. Okay. We've lost the balance bar. That's alright. See if we can get out of this. There. There we go. Smack him around a couple times. Dodge. Smack. Dodge. Okay, they got me out. There. Soul's being carried. Who's got that soul? We're going to take a lead. Who's got that soul? Scotty's got that soul. There. No, you don't, Scotty. You know what I want? I just want you over this way just a little bit. I want you to go right there. 3, 2, 1, boss. And we got all of them right here. Pow. We get him? We got him. And then him. He's down. And then him. There we go. Three, hit. Now he's going to try and shoot me. 3 hit him. Okay, he's going to try and hit me. Remember I said the grab? The grab is just give me that damage. I want that damage, and it also gives me some time on my cooldown. He's going to drink his potion. I'm going to stun him. And a Shemps. 1, 2, 3. Hit. Good. And out. 1, 2. Oh, I missed the last one because I didn't turn. Okay, grab again. It was just off cooldown. Okay, we've got a little buddy coming here to help us. 2, 3. Okay, he's going to swing. Swing a couple times. He's going to miss. Okay, he's going into iframes. Not bad, not bad, not bad. 1, 2, 3. He's going for the kill animation again. I'm going to grab. And a zap. 1, 2, 3. He's going for his potion. For Shemps. So we're draining him now of all of his resources. So that's good. This Ash. There he goes. Okay. There. Now he can go ahead and res maybe. There. Okay. Do that. That. If I can. Grab it. There. Oh yeah, I think we knocked him out of it. Oh, I think he got me there.
End of the line.
It missed me. There's a smack. Okay, now he's got 7 seconds of that increased damage. Okay, lost my control there.
Go ahead. Run home with your tail between your legs. Go
We need to
grind
go out
them
and
up.
run out here and grab some more infernal energy. We've got 30 seconds on the boss. 20 something seconds actually. And that's all we're going to do actually. Just come out here and grab some infernal energy. And he may very well resurrect. And he is. Good. Okay. Okay, they got them. They got all four back up and running. That's good. Very hard to seal the deal against these guys sometimes. Don't get frustrated. It's okay. We are so far ahead of them, it's not even funny. Look at this guy isn't even playing anymore. He said he's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. Take him out. Smack, 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 smack. I have to remember this. 123. That's what we're hitting for. 123. Yeah, he's done. Now we're going to keep possession of this unit here. Okay, we got, it's Warrior Ashes running this way.
Supernatural death. You're welcome.
There. Dodging. He's swinging. Hit him. Hit him again. Knock him back. I got stumbled a little bit by the gate there.
All pieces of the map have been collected. The mortals will seal the breach if they
There.
are not stopped.
Oh, what do you got?
Out of the ammo.
Where you going?
We're in dirt now.
There. And then we'll blow up and see if we get him. Almost. Missed him. But we can possess.
Now I'm dead.
There. Did that not take him down the rest of the way? I'm a little bit upset, to be honest with you. There. I could have swore that had killed him. Where is all my energy at? See, this is why that energy gems refill talent is a little bit important, because, well, now I don't have any energy here. Where is it all? Cheryl's almost dead. Scotty is dead. Scotty just like gave up. There we go. Got it. There, and I think, you know, I talked about in my Demon 101 video what was the one of the most important things that we could do, right? And that is lock them down to a certain area, to a given area. Are you gonna run by this? Nope, I didn't get it in time. I wasn't even, oh, I'm lagged. I'm lagged out. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 don't DC me. No. No. Well. Wow. Anyways, that's the way you got to do it. I'm going to cut this video here, and you know what? I think I'm just going to leave it at that for this, because, I mean, this is already an hour long. Maybe if people want to see another one, I mean, you can tell that You know, that all the fundamentals and everything that I was talking about were there. Wash was right there on the brink of death. Cheryl was massively hurt. Scotty had given up. It didn't matter that they kept on resurrecting. Resurrecting, you don't have any items, you don't have any bullets, you don't have any shemps, you don't have any amulets. All that stuff from your inventory is gone. You can go back and find it, or they can pick it up and give it back to you. But we were constantly just running them down out of resources, and I think that really displayed what is the appropriate way to play the Puppeteer from the onset of the game at level 1 with no talents. Like I said, I'll leave it there, and let me know if you would like to see another one, or I'll try and retry that again as an experiment. But yep, I'll see you in the next one. Swallow their souls, demons.